How you guys doing? So a fellow YouTuber asked me to do this, how to do this pose here with the shoulders raised. So here's two versions that I went in a little bit more detail with. One's more of a realistic woman, one's more of an anime woman, although I would still have to drop because this leg is the one she's balancing on, and this would be pushing this hip up a little bit. And so I can probably even raise that hip up just a little bit by drawing a line like that. And I'd have to drop this whole leg down by, how it is here. I'd have to just drop it down like that and bring it a little bit more forward. But nonetheless, I got the shoulders, and that's what I'm going for. So this one here, her arms are a little bit higher, more off to the right, and so this arm's more foreshortened. This arm's coming more down, and so it's less foreshortened. And with this here, and I went with more of like these kind of big shoulders, thin arms, kind of cool look. I like it. Right, so anyway, how you do it then, hopefully that'll be out of the way. So what you do is you want to first start with, like let's say how you want your head, and don't worry about like how the head is going to be situated yet. Just kind of draw, like a circle with, kind of like the size. Really, that's what you're going for, is the size of the head. And then, drop the neck down. And from this point, I like to, kind of draw like the shape I want, because I kind of want, shoulders. So I want to capture that with the movement of my sketch. Like so. And then I can, draw this part here. Kind of just draw that like kind of heart shape for now, and then the ribs. And then kind of draw like the flow line, kind of like how you're gonna want everything to look there. I'm gonna go with the more animated anime look here, and kind of like draw maybe like where you want the hands to go. Maybe add a little bit further. So that's pretty much it, when it comes to figuring out kind of how you want this. Since this is that way, this will be that way. Oh, no. You can actually, because she's bringing this shoulder up, so really want to look at, this is her center way of balance. What leg is she going to be balancing on? She's probably going to be balancing on this leg, if she has this leg out. If she's balancing on this leg, then it would push this hip up higher, but then, so we're going to have her balancing on that leg, so it actually push this hip up higher. Just kind of draw, so I really wanted to, exaggerate that there, and the foot coming behind the foot type of thing. So I would do it like that. So once you have, a sketch like this, you can kind of, start maybe bringing some more of the shapes that you're going to want in there. Actually, I'm going to bring that up higher. Have her elbow. Have this part shorter, and that be her elbow. This arm is going to be way foreshortened, which means that you won't see much of the bicep. And I can kind of have that brush being smashed together like that. Then just a little bit of this breast would be showing. This angle is slightly different. Her rib would be like over there, And so some of the rib would be showing like that, and then this would be coming like so. So I gotta see that one's higher and this one's lower because this side is being dropped down. That's how I'm gonna give the illusion that it's being dropped. She's a little off balance because see her nose is coming straight down. That's about where her balance point is, and she's balancing on that back foot. So I would have to slightly change. I'd have to have that leg somewhat showing here then. Maybe just showing a little bit of the leg there. That way her weight's on that leg. Okay. That's pretty much all there is to it. And then from there, you know, you just drop the opacity down. If you want, you can change the color. That sometimes makes it easier. Go to hue and saturation, put colorize, lighten, put whatever color you want. And then, you know, make a layer on top of that, zoom in, and this is where, you know, you start having your fun, and you start, I'm going to just leave it at 5 because this isn't the final sketching stage. This is still loosely, you're just trying to get the shapes and stuff. At this point of the sketch here also is when I start kind of designing clothes and deciding what kind of clothes I want my person to be wearing. So kind of, and then start shaping stuff as well. Notice I'm just using, you know, still quick movements. You know, I'm clear on the strokes that I want. Her thumb would be going off that way, and then, you know, you kind of have some of her hand like that, and her fingers would be coming down, let's say, to a fist. At that point, I don't worry about my fingers yet. I worry about that later. Some of the skin back there would be kind of darkened and would be showing. Want some of that there. Maybe some of that breast. See, that breast would have just been barely actually like that, so I kind of messed that up. And then her. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, this is all there is to it. Oops. Remember with the knees, you always want to make sure you leave this room for the knees. And then come down with that side, and then with this side, the calf, you know, comes much later, you know, down past the knee. So that's always, if you always, you know, if you ever wonder why are legs kind of looking funky if they are, you know, check that, and that's probably why they look a little bit funky. Because you need to have that knee in there, and then the calf. Oops, that's way too wide out. There we go. Should have that little, you know, hip bone like that. Alright, so I'm just about out of time, and I would have to, you know, put clothes on her with a different sketch. But as you can see, now you have something that we like. Cool, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed this, and now you know how to do it.